So, welcome again, and today, or in this video, we are looking at another different machine and the paper jams that it can have. And the machine we are looking at is this one, the Rico MP 2000. Rico MP 2000. This is a very nice machine, if anything, to say. It is a monochrome machine, and it is a very good machine, especially when it is put into good management and use. Management and use meaning that you are using it the way it should be, you are taking care of service, spares and paper jams. You know, you are doing the right thing to it at the right time. And being a good machine, I want us to have a small overview about it that will enlighten us and show us the parts that it has. And this also will give us an overview of where paper jams appear and how you can be able to sort it out. So this is the whole machine, the Rico MP 2000 machine, multifunctional machine, and right, these are the trays of it. Like this is the tray 2. Yeah, this is the one. This tray, or rather these trays, can be able to handle paper from the smallest size up to size 3, a 3 size of a paper. A 3 is double of an A4. Of course, this is an A4 paper, an A4 paper. So a 3 is double of this one, right? So it can print up to that size. It can also photocopy up to that size. It can also be able to scan up to that size of paper. So this is the DF of the machine, the DF automatic document feeder of the machine, with its parts here, or the other doors here, right? So I've connected it to power, of course, so I can put it on. I put on the machine, or I've switched on the machine. You can hear the kind of sound it is making, and it is telling me that it has an open part, and the open part is this door here, the right door, or the door on my right hand, and I should close it well so that the machine can start, or can initialize. Initializing, right? So I have my machine on now. I have my machine on, and one thing that gives people nightmare, about this machine is when it starts saying that load toner. Starts saying that when, especially this part here, which I'm opening, which contains the toner unit, here. This is the toner unit. It contains this part here, which we call the toner hopper, and then the toner hopper has the toner. This one here, the toner container. So, right, that is it, an overview of it. I've just returned it inside the machine. We have the developing unit part, this one here. So when, especially this machine is operational, and maybe the developer here, is not having enough developer powder, it can start telling you that it is loading toner. It can start showing you that problem of loading toner. And at that time, it is always important, or it asks you, it prompts you to give it time to finish loading toner. If you do not sort out the loading toner issue, especially when the developer is down, you fill the developer to the right amount, or if not so, then you also look at the gears. This developer unit here, the developer unit has gears. So sometimes the gears wear out, and you are supposed to replace them. Unafaa kuzi replace so that the gears are able to rotate the developer unit, so that it can be able to print without issues, right? So that is it. So the switch is here for putting it on, the trays, the DF, and then the operational screen here, which has buttons, which you are supposed to use when operating the machine. We have this right door here, and at the right door, we have here this is also an in tray. We call it the bypass tray. This bypass tray is normally very powerful. It can pull heavy papers. It is the one we mostly use to print heavy papers. It is powerful, alright. It has a lot of power than the other normal trays, these ones here. Or rather, it can also be used to print any other normal papers. So this is the bypass tray. You can even pass 3 papers from this tray here, from this tray here. You can pass the other papers, even the other papers from this tray here. Then, hapa hivi, we have this door. This door, from this door, if I can rotate this machine a little like this, if I am able to rotate it a lot like this, if I am able to rotate it like this, you can see around here at this door, this is the fuser unit, Then this is the duplex unit, of course, for printing both sides of the paper, or for printing the duplex unit helps in printing double-sided, yeah, of the paper, or the double sides of the paper, both sides of the paper. Like you can see this paper here, it is printed on both sides. That is what we call duplexing, or rather it can be able to do both sides of the paper, right? So that is aided by this, or it is enabled by this. It is made possible by this developer unit. Then over here we have the exit for the papers. The exit for the papers. These are the guides. This is the guide for guiding the paper to the exit of the machine. Of course, when you're printing or photocopying, you find that the paper exits from here. These are the exit areas. You will see it exiting from here after it or it can come out of this one here when it is duplexing, then it exits from this area here. And now our main topic here is paper jams. Most of the paper jam of this machine, inapeanga watu wazimu, it happens around here. Of course, these are the input trays. It happens around here at the fuser area. I've just shown you the fuser area. Hapa hivi, mali unaona hii paper imekwama hapa at the fuser area. Hapa hivi ndio paper sana kukwama. And now, one thing you should be aware of, or you should know, is that this fuser has figurines. Kuna two figures hapa, two kind of orders tunakaa hivi. These pans or these figurines are very important to the fuser. They are like the guides for the fuser. And so if one of the guide is not working well, or it has a problem, it will cause paper jams. And how does this happen? Wakati mwingine it happens, especially when a paper jam happens, alafu unakuja tu carelessly, you just pull the paper like this carelessly without being careful, alafu inararuka, you find the paper tears down. Ikiraruka, it pulls up, or it lifts that figurine, the figurines or the pans which look like this, these ones around here at the fuser, it pulls them and then lifts it up. So it is not at its original position because it has springs, of course, and its other mechanisms. Iko na mechanism yake imetengenezwa nayo. So you find that every other time you try to print, hiyo paper ikikuja hivi ni kama inatoka, inashikwa na auto to figurines wakati inatoka nje, alafu inakwama. Ikikwama, of course, ikikwama, if there is another paper which was exiting like this one here at the duplex area, it will not have anywhere to pass through. And so itakuja bado ifanye nini? Itakuja ikwame. So one of the areas you should have a look at, because we also have the transfer roller hapa hivi chini yenye inashika hivi, ni transfer roller ya hii machine hapa yenye ina transfer paper, ikiguide ikikuja hapa hivi, or ikisukuma ikuja hapa hivi from the trace, ikikuja hapa hivi kwa fuser ndio ichomeke, ndio iweze kuchomwa, because the working of this machine relies on lesser technology. This machine works under lesser technology. It is a lesser machine per se. It works with heating the paper to create or to produce the image. So one of the things that you should take care of, or you should look at when there happens to be a paper jam, is where has the paper jumped from. If the paper has jumped from this roller here, it has not reached the fuser, then you should carefully just pull it up like this after opening this door. Make sure always when sorting out the paper jam issue, you have these doors at the right open, because that is where the mechanism for exiting or for having the paper out are, we have the fuse, of course, we have the transfer roller, we have the duplex. So that is the pathway for the paper, you know. So you should look at where has the paper jumped from. If it is at this roller, you should make sure that it is sliding downwards, and then you pull the paper slowly out of the transfer roller. If it is at the fuser unit and it is at one of the figurines, and maybe it has torn down at the figurines, you should make sure that you remove the paper slowly from the figurines. Remove the paper slowly from the figurines to make sure that there is no figurine, there is no pan that is pulled up, making the mechanism to go wrong, so that it will be making the other papers to jam at it. So remove the paper slowly, make sure that there is no figurine here, there is no pan that has been lifted up or that has been interfered with. Remove your paper slowly. It is of course a waste, then throw it to your dustbin. If the paper jam happens at the duplex area here, the duplex unit area here, then make sure that you open or you push this duplex unit down like this, and then you slowly pull the paper from the duplex area. Of course, this duplex area, there are a lot of rollers, these rollers here, or these some small gears here. Some are rubber gears, some are just plastic gears. Make sure that you pull the paper slowly out of the duplex area, and make sure that the area or this area here, this part here, is not dusty. Because if it is dusty, of course, and especially here at the duplex area, which has these rubbers, then it means that the paper, as it comes out, it is sliding, as in it is not moving smoothly. So make sure that you have this home dry cleaner, and then you can come and spray the gears with the home dry. Or you get a piece of cloth like this one, make sure that it is a little bit wet, not so wet with water, or with some home dry. You can pick this home dry, yeah, you spray it with some home dry. We use this home dry because it evaporates faster than water. So because this machine, because water is a conductor of electricity, if you apply here with a lot of water and then immediately close, then it means that this water, or if there is any mechanical area here, it will contact. It will contact, and it can have the machine blow out or burn out. You know what happens with electricity and water? It is what I'm trying to say here. So make sure that you use home dry. It is the one which is used for dealing with the dust. So slowly, when the piece of cloth is wet, make sure that you wipe out all the dust or all the dirt from these rubbers here, which are used to transfer your paper when you're printing or when you're photocopying. Then when you are through with that, when you make sure that there is no figuring here or there is no pan here which has been interfered with, and all the paper is removed, you can even gently roll if you can reach the pressure roller of your fuser unit, you can roll it to make sure that there is no dirt, there is no piece of paper, because sometimes a piece of paper, just a small piece like this one here I'm holding here, can just remain here at the mean-through or in between the fuser unit pressure roller and the transfer roller of it, and then it will start showing you paper jam, which if you look with your bare eyes, you may not be able to notice where it is. So you can gently roll the rollers to make sure that there is no piece of paper which remains there. Confirm even in between this door and the duplex unit that there is no paper. Then you gently close the door. When you gently close the door, you can continue with your work. If there is any work that you are printing, you will find that it continues or it starts printing immediately. You can also find sometimes that paper jam appears at the exit. Why? Right? Why will it appear? Why will it happen at the exit area? If these gears here of the exit have an issue that needs to be sorted. Kama hizi gears ziko hapa ziko na shida, labda ni chafu ama kuna moja iko combo, then utakuta mapepa zina jam hapa. Ama kama pepa imechelewa, if the paper gets late in exiting from the fuser or from the transfer roller or from the duplex area, then of course as it comes to exit over here, it will delay, and then that will cause a paper jam. Sometimes it might be a faulty fuser unit. If it is faulty, one of the things you should have is a brush to make sure that you can wipe any dust around it, because that can cause the paper jam because of maybe being dirty. Again, have a tester for any electrical area that you need to test, if any, to confirm that power is passing out well. Or even the tester can help you to open the screws, to unscrew these screws which are used to tighten the fuser unit, so that you can remove it, you can take it out. Suppose there is something stuck inside there or in between the fuser unit. Of course, the fuser, when the machine is operational, gets very hot because it is using the laser technology, which it uses that electricity power to heat the paper so that it produces images like you can see, or some document like you can see. Laser technology is about heating the content so that it sticks on paper like this. So when you are sure or when you are not sure of what is happening, and maybe you happen to see that maybe one of the punks or one of the the guides over here have a problem, and it is here near the fuser unit, you can slowly using your screw and screw out the fuser, and then you remove it out so that you can gently remove any dirt from inside it or any paper. And then you can easily, or you can slowly, using a piece of cloth like this one, clean this rubber thing here, which I'm calling the pressure roller or the transfer roller. Make sure that you wipe out any dirt from inside it, using the home dry cleaner to wet your piece of cloth, and then using the cloth you wipe out any dirt so that the fuser unit is very clean, and because that dirt is what contributes to some paper jams inside the machine. Once you do that, you'll be free. You'll work very freely without having any paper jam or any issues with your machine, because this is a super machine, a super working machine that can make you, or that can enable you to make a lot of money using it. If, for example, again, you were photocopying some documents, maybe using the duplex. This is the duplex. But if you are scanning or photocopying some documents using this duplex here, of course we use this one, the automatic document feeder, or the DF automatic document feeder. When we have a lot of work that we are doing, and especially if what we are working on is double-sided, you will find that it will be easier to use this ADF to do that work than using the glass area. So if you are using the ADF to do your work like this, and right, so I've loaded the paper here. I've set my tray, and so I make it to start working for me. Although this one is not working well, it needs some configurations. So if I'm using this one, the ADF, and then you happen to find that there is a paper jam which happens over here, then it is always advisable you open this ADF area gently. Make sure that you remove the paper slowly to avoid breaking down the rollers or the ADF area, and then using a piece of cloth which is wet, and especially using the ADF or using a brush, make sure that you brush off all the dust from the ADF area. Wipe it out completely, or use a piece of cloth, spray some home dry on it. Home dry is very important, especially when you are working with a machine. Even for those who are making phones or repairing phones, then come here and wipe out all the dirt from this area here. of the ADF. Make sure that there is no dirt, especially on this rubber, because it is the pickup rubber for the ADF. Make sure that you rub out, you wipe out all the dirt, and make sure that you do it gently to take care of these actuators. This is an actuator or a sensor for the ADF. Make sure that you are very gentle. You have to be very technical. You have to use some technician's knowledge or a trained eye to be able to operate or to be able to wipe out these rubbers slowly, to be able to spray it with some home dry without wetting every other area which is not necessary to wet, to be able to spray even the actuators so that it is free from any dirt. Return it gently, and then when you return it, you can put your papers and continue with your work of maybe photocopying or maybe scanning the work that you are doing. Some other times you might be even using the scanner area. This is the scanner area on this glass here. You just place your paper, and especially when you are doing a one-sided document, and then when you are scanning, maybe you are scanning as you print, as you get out your printouts which are scanned, then you might find out that your paper starts jamming or getting stuck from this area here, because it is the normal area that is used as an exit when printing on a print. So make sure that everything is clear, it is clean from any dust. Especially dust is not very okay with these machines, and that's why we always recommend make sure that your machine is covered with a piece of cloth when you are not using it, to avoid it getting some dirt. So when you do that, or when you are through with placing your paper and printing it out, if there is no paper jam, you will find your machine working well. If there is a paper jam, make sure that this area here at the ADF and the fuser area, which happens to produce or to get a lot of paper jam, it is clear. The punks or the figurines are clear, are very okay, before you continue with any other work. Otherwise, it will frustrate you with giving you paper jams, telling you it has paper jams, telling you it has maybe some papers which you cannot see from inside the machine, telling you that the trays maybe have some paper jams, and when you open the tray like this, you can't see where the paper jam happens to be. What's wrong with this, my door? So some other times you might find that these trays are the ones having paper jams because of this rubber here. There is a rubber here at the tray. This rubber here is very important. Sometimes when it is dirty, or it has a lot of dirt, there is also this other contact area here, this mechanism here. Make sure that you spray it with some home dry, or with your wet cloth like this one here. Make sure that you clean it completely out of any dust like this. Make sure that you clean it. You also clean this contact area down here, or make sure that the mechanism here, which works together with this rubber here, with this rotating rubber here, is very clean and it is working well, so that when it picks a paper like this one, it is able to separate these papers. Sometimes the paper jams appear when this rubber is dirty, and so it is picking. Instead of picking one paper, it starts picking many papers. You send one paper to print or to photocopy, and then it picks many. So unapata it picks many, so this one of these papers is left behind, or it picks a lot of papers which cannot exit from the duplex area or so. And after all, it is only one paper which should be getting out through here to go to the printout area or to the photocopy area. Or if this rubber is dirty here, or the contact area here is dirty, it is having some dust, then it means as the paper rotates like this, it is sliding because it is not working efficiently. It is sliding. Or if this rubber is worn out, you need to replace it, so that you replace it with a new one, or with one which is having good texture, that the papers will be able to pass on or to pass through it smoothly without picking many, or without the paper that you have just sent sliding and causing some paper jam as it exits, or as it moves to the exit area. There is also this part here with a green gear, or this roller here, which you can also use to set the right paper, because some other times paper jam on this machine can appear or can happen if you are sending the wrong paper, if you've not done the right settings. Maybe unataka kuprint paper ya A4, you want to print an A4 paper, while at the tray the setting you have put is for an A5 piece of paper or an A3. At that time the machine will be mixed. It will be confused on, or not be able to know the setting that you want of the paper. You send an A5 while the paper that you've put in the tray is an A4. The settings you've sent the paper from the computer is of an A3. So you have to make sure also that the settings of the paper that you put, the setting of the paper that you put in the tray is the right one that you send to the machine. So also that communication and that knowledge of knowing the right settings of the paper or of the printout or of the output that you want is the right setting that you've done on the machine. It is very, very necessary to avoid inconveniences. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for listening to the video. Thank you for following us. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. And if you've not subscribed, kindly do, because we are posting these videos, technical videos, many times, and it can help you a lot, especially in sorting out some of these issues which we encounter in our offices, in our working area, in our cyber cafes, in our offices, in our homes as we operate these machines. And sometimes it ends up costing you a lot of money calling a technician to come and sort out a very small issue, like maybe doing for you the right setting of the paper or removing a paper jam, which you can do yourself. So kindly subscribe so that you can be notified, and put on the notification bell so that you can be notified every other time we upload a video to help you, or that assists you in sorting out these small technical issues which we do not necessarily need to call a technician to come and sort it out for us. Thank you for following. Thank you for being part of this channel. We appreciate you. We can't take you for granted. You are one of our good customers, good followers, good fans that keeps us going. So subscribe, follow the channel, and we shall appreciate others. Thank you.